Alright. This is called Imaginary Friend. My freshman year at CSU, I had a psychotic break and ended up in the hospital for a while, and it's kind of is a revisit to that time period and the stuff that was going on in my head. So you're welcome. Alright. I bought some salvia the other day, and shit, I gotta say that stuff is great. It's been a long time since I've experimented with the good stuff. I remember back when I was tripping every night, seeing so far out of sight. I've never told anyone, but I feel it's finally time for me to come undone. I used to stare into the eye of the sun, and you won't believe me, but I've talked to God. In fact, we used to play a game. I lose when I remember that I'm God too. Well, not God, but I'm kind of like Jesus, except more like Mother Nature. I write up the stories and paint the galaxy. He gave me free reign over the planet Earth. I made it so it was the third star from the sun because I love the number 3. I always do stuff like that, he thinks my riddles and rhymes are spectacular. I'm the best of all his children because I created this universe all by myself. My brother rolls his eyes with the help of someone else. I get to run it and do whatever I want, except not really. It only happens in my sleep. That's one of the rules of the game. A god is not allowed to manifest things out of nowhere. For example, I couldn't point to an open field and make a Ferris wheel appear out of thin air because that would send my playthings into a panic. My playthings. They're my favorite part when it comes to being reborn. They're all so different versions of me, my many colors. My brother designs them. He's kind of a genius, but a lot of people shy away from his power. Which is kind of funny. He's pretty shy. He won't even talk out loud. We're two of a kind, what can I say? He's just like me, except he's a lot smarter. He adds numbers and music and chemistry and physics and history to my paintings and poetry. I got my fair share of creativity. I paint the skies in my sleep. He writes their poetry out in binary. I fill the world with my feelings depending on my mood. I could create hell and misery or happiness and bliss. It just depends on whether or not he can talk some sense into his sis. I wish my brother wasn't invisible. Whenever I say that, he whispers in my ear that it's better that way because I can tell everyone about my imaginary friend. Tell them one day they'll see him in the end. I haven't seen him in a long time. It's because I always break the rules. I'm not allowed to rush my death, and in most of my past lives, I was always the one to take my own breath. I got caught up in my sadness. After they made me quit talking to him, I stopped believing. I convinced myself he was just another trick of the mind. We didn't talk for a while. It had been several months until one night I was in the shower and asked G to play a song on shuffle for me. People Are Strange began to play, then Amber. In that moment, we were together again in our natural state, 2 siblings playing in the water. I asked how he planned it out that way, so cleverly. Why, even today, he was talking to me through the music. That's how he usually does it. My hair looks funky today, and I crinkled my nose, thinking of how poofy it was. So he played me a song. I like your hair much better that way. I love the way he comes in through the airwaves. He made my hair like this. He tells me it's wild and funky and it's funky and it fits you the way your name captures your soul. I remind him excitedly how it's exactly 7 letters. I spell my name out on my fingers to prove it. Jeordin. He asked me how I planned it out that way, so cleverly. I begin to cry because I can't remember why. He soothes me with a windy reply. That's just part of the game, baby girl. You gotta figure it out. Prove you're a true genius. I remind him how my ruling sign is Venus, and it's hard to be smart when you're missing a few of the important parts, the reasonable parts that know how to break out of old habits. He tells me he understands. He tells me it's okay, because he has a thing for addicts. Oh, how I've missed you, my imaginary friend. I forgot about all about our game, which means that I win.